Alright, so this little post is meant for everybody, but I'm specifically giving y'all an example of North Carolina. Yesterday in the daytime, you got 897. I said a couple of posts back, but I don't remember if somebody remembered what I said. Hopefully you did. I hit that straight last night, so look, when they bring a low series, they're going to bring a high one the next time. That's just how it is. It's been that way for a while. They may not, but most of the time they do. So, like, the next series you'll get is like 456 or 567. They'll bring that middle of the road series is what I call it. And then they'll bring a low series like 120, what have you. But I was telling a friend of mine, I said, we're going to have a day-to-night number, not night-to-day number. And we did. When it goes on my mind, trust and believe, I don't ever start thinking about it. But July predominantly, that's when they drop the day-to-night numbers here. They do drop them other times, but normally we get at least one in July. It's been that way for a minute, but anyway. So getting on to my little story here. So what I'm going to tell you is that we got below that, we got 274 and 885. Now, this is the day before, okay? So this would have been on the 26th. You will get a double somewhere soon, and they'll either give you two numbers from here, so you'll get a 227744, and one number from here, okay? Alright, so what are the numbers? Would be 227744 if they use that top line. If they don't, we're going to get a double 88. We could on the outside have a 888, but I don't think they're going to do that. Predominantly a 888 is safe for August, by the way, but whatever. And a 55. So you would just use that your single. So if they gave you a number from 22, they would give you 7 or 4. Oh no, I did that so wrong, didn't I? Sorry, just disregard what I just said. If they gave you a 22, then they would give you a 8 or a 5, okay? An 8 or a 5. So you would have 228 or 225. Now, he's about wore that 225 out, so it might come back. Who knows? On that 77, you would have the same thing. You have 8 or a single 5. On that 4, you would have 8 or a single 5, okay? Now, if he went down here, could he give us a triple on this theory? Yes, he could. Do I believe he's going to do it? No, I don't. So you could have down here, off of this, you could have a 2, a 7, or a 4. And then off this 55, if he gave you the double 55, then you could have, you could have, another one you need to look at is, we've gotten that 454 straight twice this month, and we might get that again. So keep that 445 in mind, by the way. And that 55, the same thing. those numbers would be the same thing. So if he chooses to use the bottom one, then you would have a 55 double, a 88 double, or a 888. Y'all don't go run out and do the trips. We're deficient here in North Carolina for trips. But this does work across the states. It doesn't matter where you live. You can live in New York, Texas, doesn't matter. It has to be a day to night or a night to day. So those numbers have to come back to back. And when your number comes back to back and they use the same number, okay, then they're going to give you a double from the two numbers, that 274, from the day before. From the day before. They'll use 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom, or 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top. Okay? Normally, if they gave you a day-to-day number, so I don't want to confuse y'all, but so we're not talking about what we did yesterday. But if they gave y'all a day-to-day number, so they skip that night, then they'll give you a double of the. So if we had gotten 897 yesterday in a day, and then we had 675 last night, and then they came back with 789, then that middle number that you get, you would have a 667755 double come along soon. Okay? But again, we're not talking about that. We're talking about what occurred last night. And yeah, one of them numbers, by the way, you're not finished seeing that number will be back out normally a different way in August. So you're not finished. We got this green ball thing coming up. What the world? What the world? Don't just listen to me real well about this green ball stuff for you new people. Don't get all excited. They don't give us anything good. They don't give us the green ball. The green ball we used to have back in about 2-3 years ago. They don't give us that anymore where you double your money. That is not what we're getting in August. We're getting an extra draw, and you can go back and look at what I'm telling you. We get per month 5 extra draws. Big deal. We don't get it ain't like it's 2 a week or 3 a week. They don't do that. They give you 5 on an average, and most of the time you can go back to the last time that we had a green ball and listen to me well and pick the lowest payout numbers we had. And I'm not sure when the last green ball was, but pick the lowest numbers we had, and you can trust and believe they gonna use some of those numbers that were a bad payout. And sometimes they use the number before the green ball. So if you had the green ball was that night, it would be the before number. It'll be right there. You'll see what I'm talking about. They're going to use the same thing. When we get to green ball, we'll start talking about green ball. But right now, we ain't talking about green ball because I just got off on a little tangent. I seen that little sign in the store the other day, and I was like, I can't believe that they're trying that green ball mess again. We were told that the green ball was going to be replaced by a third draw, but I don't guess that they're going to make that much money, so they don't want to do that. And I heard that from somebody that works there. So maybe they misinformed me, but they were supposed to stop that green ball like 2 years ago and go to a third draw, but again, I guess the money ain't there and they don't want to do it. And I understand that because, I used to think we spent the most than anybody else, but we're actually, North Carolina really doesn't spend as much as Maryland and Massachusetts and New York and stuff like that, but you would think we would. But anyway, that's what happens when you have numbers back to back that are the same numbers. You go back to the day before. 2 from the top can come out, 2 from the bottom can come out, and you can have a double off of those. You're getting a double. You're getting one. Where are we at? You're going to get one of these doubles that I was telling you. 2 2 7 7 4 4